contribution of any district in the county. And again, my question was, why? So, but knowing all of that history, I think the board can appreciate, as well as others, why the staff of both high schools would be so sensitive about any suggestion of, I won't use the word cut, but of changing our medical benefits. The word cut, of course, implies less, and that's semantics where, is it equal, is it not equal? It's different, but it's not equal. But we've been paying so long, the board has gotten the cheapest rate of covering their teachers for over 20 years of any school in the district. Why should we then, after now given state mandated $1,500, take an alteration on medical? I mean, we've been giving board savings in medical for many, many, many years. And so my question remains, why?
Any other questions or comments?
There be an answer? That's not a rhetorical question. Why?
Who was asking that?
That's Joan Rosen, guidance counselor for 19 years amendment.
Thank you. I don't believe that we were asking for you to change your medical. The areas that were being discussed were prescription and dental.
Right, well, that was, maybe we would put that in with medical.
It was part of an offer. Any other questions or comments?
I just have a comment to the guy that just spoke.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm Jean Kruger, Long Valley.
You have to address the board.
Okay. I just found that interesting to know. I never knew that they paid for medical.
Yes.
So I think his comments were very interesting to know, because I had just assumed that they didn't pay for medical. I know in the corporate world we're paying for medical, and we have been for quite a few years. When I started, it was very little, and as I worked, the longer I worked, it did go up every year. But I just assumed the schools were paying either very, very little or nothing at all. So that I found that an interesting fact to know, that I don't think a lot of people do know.
7% of their dependent coverage premium.
And a little bit on healthcare benefits, depending on generic or prescription.
This woman in the middle?
Just a point of order, madam. This has nothing to do with policy. We can't hear you. This is a public forum.
I'm
We need to
sorry.
be able to hear you if you're going to address.
I'm getting over
address
it.
us.
I
Thank you.
apologize. I'm trying to put as much into this.
Okay, I mean, if it takes coming on up a little bit, but we've all showed up here. You guys serve us. You've been elected. We need to hear what you have to say about these things. These are legitimate questions. And if people can't, I mean, we'll gladly come up and sit next to you if you like. But if we can't hear you,
So at your
how
own
can we
risk.
know what your responses are? Thank you.
Sorry. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Mrs. Forrester. I'm Laura Tyroller. I've been a teacher, a Spanish teacher at West Morris Central for 7 years. You know me.
Very well.
The question I have has been asked a number of times. It was about benefits, so I would just like to make a short statement, and then I have a question for you. I came to West Morris Regional District from a tenured position in another excellent school district in Morris County. I come from a family of teachers. Both of my parents are teachers. My sister is a teacher in Morris County. My husband is a teacher. And I know that my colleagues in other districts in this county have not made great concessions in their benefits. But you say you are not seeking to decrease our benefits. I came to this district because I was seeking a position in a school with a diverse curriculum, excellent students, and talented colleagues. A place with opportunities for professional growth, as well as a competitive salary and benefits package. I'm really happy to be here, and I would hate to see any of these things change. I do have a question for you. You made the comment last meeting that you do not remember leaving the negotiations meeting early on January 6th. Mrs., can you clear this up for us? How do you remember leaving that negotiation session?
I remember that the fact finder came and told us that the other, that the association's team was also leaving and that negotiations were done. Mike and I have talked about this. Neither of us were in a room together. It's very difficult to ascertain what exactly happened when you have a normal going.
So you
But
felt the
we were all in the
negotiations...
parking lot together.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, and it's good to see you, and I'm sorry that it's in these circumstances. Yes, in the back.
Hi, Kevin Stain, West Morris Regional, West Morris Central High School biology teacher for 20 years. A lot of what goes on here is like in the political gamut. Everyone knows, questions are asked, vague answers are given. I'd like to just ask a question from an idealistic standpoint, and you can do a poll, everybody can rock out on it. The rumor is you're not concerned with my dreams, the dreams of the faculty, or the dreams of the students in both schools. And I'm just curious, do you really care about the dreams of the students of the two schools and the two faculties? You can say yay or nay. Go around the room if you want.
I'll speak first, and I'll say I care enough about your dreams that I lose sleep over them.
Appreciate that. Anyone else?
Yeah, I do.
I thought you might, Mr. LeBron.
I have a daughter in this school, and I feel I go along with you 100%.
That's four, and that's good. The more the merrier, because if you
Kevin,
care about the
absolutely.
dreams, it's going to get done.
Absolutely, Kevin. Kevin, I got to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I'm not going to speak as eloquently as you back there. I forgot your name. I apologize. It's amazing how this is all coming about. We seem to be the bad guy over here. We're not. We want you guys to be as happy as possibly can. I run a business. That business has guidelines that we've set among the owners. And as owners, if I have to lay off somebody to keep my business running, I have to do that. If you look around right now, all of you look around, how many people were laid off after the budget cuts? Do you think as a group, we wanted that to happen? You really do?
My feeling, no.
No,
I think they
absolutely.
work real hard, honestly.
Okay,
But
so-
I'm not speaking for anyone else.
I would hope you wouldn't be, but absolutely. Do you really think that? No, we wouldn't. If you look around again, the Constitution, we voted on it, right? Who lives here in Long Valley, who lives here in Mendon, who lives in Chester, you voted upon what? The guidelines to make us, this is our budget. Okay? This is run like a business, whether you like it or not. This is run like a business. So we were done, you guys voted, well, the people in Long Valley, Chester, et cetera, voted, and that's the budget we have to work with. If we didn't work within that budget, what would happen? We'd have anarchy, right? So as you say, you want to poll all of us. Where I'm going with is this. If you look around you, how many people were let go? None of us wanted that to happen. If we didn't have the budget constraints that we're under right now, how many more people, and you wanted X amount per, how many more people would be let go? Answer yourself that. Ask yourself the question. Because as people, you guys all work here, ask yourself that question. That question's a lot more. We don't want that to happen as a board. And I'm going to tell you, every single one of us don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I say don't lose sight of the ideals. Don't get caught up in the politics and make sure that the kids are coming first. And I
I'm
think you guys
going to tell you
have settled this
firsthand,
quicker
there's
than
no
you
politics
think.
on this board, Kevin.
I appreciate it.
Okay?
Thank you.
Somebody else said it earlier, and I think it needs to be restated. We are underneath a 2% hard cap. We are underneath a 2% hard cap, period. We have to work underneath that. Right.
Isn't it 2% soft cap? Not a hard cap unless I've been reading things wrong. Does not include benefits and pension. Am I wrong in that? I'm correct, right? It's a soft cap, it's not a hard cap.
It's a hard cap in that it's not the legislative hard cap, it's not.
Right, but not inclusive of your expenses for pension and medical costs.
Those are the only two exceptions.
Right.
So it's a firmer cap than the 4%, the previous
Oh, right,
4%
yes,
cap
granted.
was. There are more exemptions for that. We don't have any exemptions for increases in students. We don't have any exemptions for increases in fuel costs or
Right.
any of the other things that were available under the 4%.
Mhm.
So it's a much tighter and more constricting budget cap than
Than the
schools have ever
previous
had to
one.
operate under before.
But it's not exactly 2% hard cap.
But we're also in an environment where last year our budget went down.
Significantly.
Significantly. We stayed within the 4%. We asked for no exemptions, and our budget was still voted down, and we still had another $500,000 taken away. Over the last year and a half, we've lost about $5 million. So it makes it very difficult for us to increase that now with the 2% property tax cap. Yes.
Maria Castro, I work in Westmore Central High School. I'm a teacher here. First, a little statement about school. I never believed school was a business. I don't think we make numbers. I don't think our children should be compared to profits and cars, engines. I thought we were building the future of America. I thought we are the ones that's going to be able to lead the new leaders of the future, the new thinkers. I never thought we are making cars. It's not a business. And my father, never able to finish school, he was quite smart. He said, I choose to invest in my children's education. So he chose where to put the money in. Maybe we don't need a new gym facility, and I'm a physics teacher. Maybe we need to retain the good teachers and keep them happy. So my kids will have the right education and the right direction. So in the future, I will be proud of my children leading this country. My question is, let's change a little bit of topics. Most of our students end up choosing college careers, most of them. And our parents are not putting a price tag in their education. They send them to schools where they pay $50,000 every year. They pay coaches for personal sessions, training sessions, so they can be the best students, the best athletes, the best of the best, classes here, classes there. They put all the money because our parents invest in their own children. So how can you represent the people of this town when you have no problems to put a price tag in the education of those children? The parents are not putting the price tag, they want the best of the best. But you are not representing, obviously, the parents when you are putting a price tag on the people who the parents